The American porn star that loves Iran's mullahs, Whitney Wright, an American adult film star, shall we say, or Prawn, aka PORN, has sparked controversy with her recent visit to Iran, drawing ire from Iranian social media users and activists who accuse the Islamic Republic of hypocrisy. Wright's trip, characterized by photos of her fully covered in adherence to Iran's strict dress code, has been criticized for seemingly endorsing the regime's policies, while Iranian women face severe repercussions for minor hijab infractions, including being beaten to death. Lest anyone forget. Iranian American journalist Masia Linejad's reaction encapsulates the outrage. Quote, American prawn star Whitney Wright is in Iran, my birth country, where women are killed for simply showing their hair and being true to themselves. Critics argue Wright's presence and comments undermine the struggles of Iranian women as she navigated the country's controversial laws without facing the harsh realities local women endure daily. Despite the backlash, Wright defended her actions, insisting her posts were not endorsements of the government, but merely sharing experiences. So, I wanted to cover this because this is something that, let's just say, this put the Iranian diaspora in a tizzy last week. And this was, I mean, it's just so funny and juicy. So, a little bit of background: Whitney Wright is a film star of the adult variety, and she has been very active lately on social media for, I guess you could say, as of thoughts. I used to love her work. Um, she has been very outspoken recently in support of Palestine, and here's the thing: there are many different flavors of support for Palestine, but hers is, I guess we could say, of the Hamas variety. Because my
Why?
opinion is if you are fighting for the, I guess, struggle of the Palestinian people and you are not calling upon Hamas to surrender and immediately release all the hostages so that actual ceasefire negotiations can really take place, then you're fake and actually a terrorist sympathizer, if not full-blown supporter. And that's what I think about the movement as a whole. Um, because, I feel like if you are, not calling upon Hamas to, actually, o obey ceasefire agreements, then you're fake and actually just carrying water for terrorists. Um, so she's of that variety, and, I think she falls into the variety of just America bad anti-imperialist. And, randomly, she showed up in Iran and was taking a lot of photos in front of the, former American embassy, that's, the location of some very significant events, taking photos in front of, like, the murals of, like, the Statue of Liberty as a skull, like, Death to America murals, some various museums of regime propaganda, blah, blah, blah. She's like, "Oh, well, I was just posting these because it's, like, educational. We don't get to see these museums ever. This is hidden." And I'm like, there's a if that's really your intention, there's a way that you can actually, like, frame that in a and actually get that intended effect. Because I can actually see, like, the intention behind that. You know what I mean? Like, "Oh, I'm in an area that's dangerous. People don't usually get to see what these people, like, the message that they put out. We don't get to see what they believe, blah, blah, blah." I can see an educational purpose in that, right? But the entire framing of her trip was like, or the way that she spoke about it was not that at all. The way that she went on to defend her actions was not that at all. Um,
Yeah, she supported the Islamic Republic. She was, this
yeah.
is great. She's like, there's no danger. Like, people are exaggerating how bad this place is, and she said that in Iran it's great because if you obey the law, you're not going to get in trouble. So she said basically the older women who are getting, basically indirectly saying all the people who got in trouble, it was their fault. They should have just obeyed the law. She's like, look, I mean, basically she's doing marketing for the Islamic Republic. She's saying that,
Yeah.
look, I'm a porn star and what I'm doing is illegal in Iran. But while I'm in Iran, if I just obey the law, this is such a civilized country that lets me come here and visit because I am respectful to their laws. So just respect, like she's so her idea is like, well, in the US, where is she from? What country is it? In my
Yeah, you
country, I'm a porn star. In my country, I'm a porn star because, and that's the law, and I follow the law there. I can, that's allowed. And when I go to Iran, I'm not allowed. I'm supposed to cover, and I respect the law there as well. So that's why I'm okay in the US, and that's why I'm okay in the Islamic Republic of Iran. And they don't harm me as long as this is such a great government. They, even with my, even when they know my background, they don't come and arrest me because while I'm there, I'm respecting their laws. So why are you guys complaining about Iran when they're just understanding? So this has become a major marketing tactic for the Islamic Republic, to like to show their tolerance, to show like, oh, this woman is an American and a porn star, but look how accepting we're being, that all we're asking you is just to follow their laws while you're here. So this is trying to demonstrate a nicer, like a reasonable attitude by the Islamic Republic to the world. So she's doing marketing for the Islamic Republic.
But here's the thing, so Iranians were, like, outraged about this. This was, like, a huge
Yeah.
firestorm online, and, several, like, the foreign ministry and several regime officials came forward and said, like, "We don't know we didn't approve this, we didn't know anything about this, we didn't know who she is, blah, blah, blah." And brought up an incident, not with her, but what happened to a different woman a few years ago, some other porn star visiting Iran, and people were outraged, where this is actually kinda clever by the officials. They say, "Well, of course we didn't catch her, because our officials are not familiar with such women." And I'm like,
Right. They're like,
"Well
they're like,
played.
how do you
Well
know she?
played."
No, yes, they're like, no, no. By the way, this is not. There's a domestic narrative and there is an international narrative. The international narrative is like, of course we don't stop her because anybody can come here as long as they follow the laws. But for a domestic audience, they have a different narrative because there's a lot of religious people who are angry with the government. They're like, what is this degeneracy that you're allowing into our country? So for them, they say like, how do you know this was a degeneracy? We didn't know. How do you know? How do you know? Right? Like, like we're pious. We don't know. We don't. We didn't know, Whitney, right? Because we don't consume such content. You that the fact that you know this makes us question. So actually, even D picked out the response and tweet. Like, I don't know, this guy is not even Iranian, and he's like is making defending Iranians in this way. Look at this response.
"It
Like
shows
he said, like
Iranians'
it's
piousness, you idiot. Only people like you may know." "Well,
I
you
mean, this
got
is
me there."
so
No.
this is such a stupid, lame response because are you saying that they don't search first when you go into Iran? They tell you that their level of intelligence is so advanced that they know everyone's details and everyone's background. And now they're saying like we don't know her background because we don't know we don't check porn. So what are you talking like that's a contradiction. You're claiming to have like when you let people in, you have the greatest, most up to date, most advanced intelligence and you brag about it to your population, but you couldn't tell that this person is a porn star? You didn't know about this? Like you any like how is your like is your intelligence operation just filters out? So if I wanted to get to Iran with a as a spy, should I go work in the porn industry so that you guys just refuse to check my background because of it? Is that the loophole to get in? Like I don't
It's the
understand. It's
ultimate
so stupid.
it's the ultimate cover. My suspicion is that this might be the most wild OnlyFans marketing ploy yet,
Mm.
because
Yes,
there have been
you're
some
right.
pretty crazy OnlyFans marketing ploys in this world. I think this might be one of them.
Yes,
She
I'm
went on to
pretty
delete
sure a
these
lot of
photos.
people are checking. Huh?
She later
She would
deleted all
she
these
what?
photos. from
Oh,
her
okay,
Instagram.
okay, okay. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people are now checking out her work. You're right. A lot of people. That's a good. You're right. That's a really good marketing tactic, guys.
Well, we
Porn
had to do a
stars
little
go
research
to your.
after the show.
By the way, actually, yeah, we did. We did. We were right before me and Susanna were checking her not so safe for work
We're like,
work
"What's going on
here.
here?"
Yeah, we were actually, yeah. But
Oh,
here's the thing. I don't recommend this as a marketing tactic. It might have worked out for her, but your experience might vary. Like based on the backlash that the Islamic will get from the conservative community in Iran, they might not to choose this to be this lenient the next time a porn star shows up in Iran. Like we don't know what will happen. The Islamic Republic is not um very consistent when it comes to how they behave, so this,
no.
don't risk it. Do not risk it. Do not go to Iran.
No, don't
Yeah.
do it, it's bad.
Do you know who makes the most amazing, gorgeous, and other adjectives that I can't use here on YouTube? Blasphemous art ever? We do! And for some reason, we are giving it away for free. Download them now using the link in the description before we change our mind.